Welcome back. Scenario 3.
Hopefully y'all are getting excited because this is good stuff. Scenario 3. And during our break between scenarios, Bob asked me about spooking a turkey. We'll get there. Because there's a lot of different scenarios.
Yeah.
And that's one that happens quite often.
I scare them away as soon as I get out of the truck, I think.
There you go. So, scenario 3. Scenario 3, hour before daylight, we get elevated, we listen. All right?
That's a constant.
Pretty much.
That's
That's an every morning in the turkey wood thing. You're out listening.
Now, if you're hunting flat ground, you're still getting out there an hour. Your high ground there is none. You're just going to a place.
Yeah, but you're still listening.
Yep.
So that's a constant. That's every morning. So scenario 3, we hear a turkey, and we move in. We set up. That turkey flies off, and we call to him. Nothing. We wait a few minutes. We call to him. Nothing. We heard him on the roost. We know he's there. We heard him fly off. He's not answering us. So now I'm gonna get a little bit more aggressive. So I'm just yelping. So now I'm gonna get a little bit more aggressive with him. I'm gonna cut. Nothing. So I waited a minute or two. So I get aggressive with it. Now I hear another hen. So the gobbler's not gobbling, but I hear another hen down there. So this is a classic scenario of he's henned up. He flew off, and I know he's got hens because I hear another hen down there, right? So I hear that hen answer me back. So now I'm going to mimic her. I'm going to try to make her mad. So when she yelps back, I'm yelping right back. She might, I'm going to do the exact same thing back. I'm copying her because sometimes them old boss hens, they get kind of territorial too. Anyway, as long as she's answering me, she might come up the ridge to me, and maybe that old gobbler will follow her.
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to mimic her, and hopefully I can get her aggravated enough to where she's going to kind of come up there and kind of, she'll have that old head up and looking around and, you know, just, hey, he's mine. And then that old turkey, he might gobble every once in a while, but he ain't gobbling at you. He might gobble at a crow flying over, or a train whistle off in the distance, or he might gobble when nothing else is making a noise, right? Because he's got what he wants. He's just strutting around, and he just might gobble every once in a while. So he's henned up. He's got what he wants. He's got hens. But I've got that old hen yelping back at me. So I'm going to copy her. Whatever she does, I'm going to try to do right back. And hopefully I can entice her to come my way. If she does and he comes tagging along, I shoot him. Maybe she'll yelp a few times and carry on like that, but then, you know, she might start going off, and I can hear her going off to my right. She's going off the ridge and going toward the other ridge. Now, you know, ball game's pretty much over for now. I know they went off to the right. Now I can start thinking, okay, what's over there? Is there a strut zone? Is there a field? What's over there to where I can make a move, right? Or what I'll do is, if I'm hunting a big piece of property, I might go, all right, I know there's a gobbler here. He's henned up. I'm going to come back at 10 o'clock. I'm going to go try to find another turkey somewhere. All right. So what happens is, now this happens more toward the middle of the season. The hens go off to nest. They go off to lay an egg in that nest. And when those hens go off to lay, they leave that gobbler. So that gobbler will get lonely. And typically they'll start gobbling again at around 10 o'clock, 10:30,
okay,
something like that. So I went off, tried to find another turkey. I came back to that same area at 10 o'clock, and I'm going to call out. I'm just going to call. And hopefully I can get him to gobble. He might be 2 ridges over. He might be kind of in the same area, whatever the situation is. If I can get him to gobble at me at 10 o'clock, most of the time that's a dead bird, because he's lonely. His hen's done left him, and I sound like a hen. So now I just need to get in position, get set up. Here he comes. Dead turkey.
That's a lot of mistakes that you've told me before that hunters will do. That they'll hunt that morning, they didn't get anything or whatever, and then they may leave for the day and then come back that evening.
I know. So, well, you got to remember, the first part of the season you can only hunt till noon.
Yeah.
Second half of the season you can hunt all day. But I know so many people, they'll go out, they hear a turkey, he quits gobbling, they go home. They're done. Not me. I have hard. You see all them turkeys on my wall. You see the one here above my head. I'm gonna tell you right now, probably 90% of these birds were harvested after 10 o'clock.
Okay. So it's good to know for everybody.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't go home. A lot of, especially new turkey hunters, they watch TV shows, and they go in, they do an owl hoot, turkey gobbles, they go in, they get set up, and they get that classic right off the roost. Here they come in strutting, boom, and they're back at the camp at 8 o'clock, and they've got their turkey. It don't happen like that all the time. That's a classic hunt that everybody wants, but it don't happen. Because here in Virginia, we have a very good population of turkey. And with a good population of turkey, we got a good population of hens. So a lot of times our turkeys will be henned up. And I have, through my life of hunting, that 10 o'clock bird is lonely and he's ready to party. And I'm still out there. A lot of the hunters have gone home and they're mowing their yard or whatever they're doing. I'm still hunting, and I get to harvest that bird. So,
okay.
So don't give up. Don't give up. Okay. All right.
All right.
So that was scenario 3.